I'm Leah.
I'm Avery.
My name's Natalie.
And I'm Eliza, and we were all a part of the grade 12 PE leadership class this fall.
This is our presentation on TD's first cohort competitions. This assignment was to run a 1 to 2 day tournament for our phys ed leadership class. Some of our peers did things like shooting, basketball, and we even had a Mario Kart tournament, which was super fun. Our team decided that we wanted to take this opportunity to do something within the whole school. Some of the steps in this assignment included things like, first, we had to figure out what our demographic is and how that would work and what sort of things would work best with that demographic. So for us specifically, it was all grades, all students, including teachers, athletes, artists, band members, students with all sorts of strengths and interests. Next, we had to do things like make strategies on how to be successful, and this included both within our team and with those that we're leading, and just the overall success of the tournament itself. We had to do lots of pre-planning. This included things like scheduling, safety protocols, point systems, and of course how to stay COVID friendly, which was a little bit difficult, so that took a lot of planning. Finally, there's the execution of the tournament, of course. Depending on what you were doing, it lasted 1 day, 2 days. For us, it was a little bit longer, it was a few weeks. And after all was said and done, we had to write a lot of reflections on ourselves, on our peers, and the overall tournament itself and how things ran. Why did we choose to run cohort competitions? So before COVID, TD used to run homeroom competitions, which were very similar to what we did this year. We would run mini games in between our homerooms, and we would just compete against each other, and get to dress up and have a fun time. This was always a highlight of many years, and people look forward to it greatly. So we wanted to recreate the feel of homeroom competitions in a safe way. Though the assignment said to run a class tournament, we decided to run a school-wide tournament so there was more involvement within the community. We ran COVID-friendly games, including flip cup, water bottle flip, cookie face races, trivia, and hula hooping, just to give people something to look forward to within the day. We wanted to remind people that school can still be a fun place, and there's more to it than just sitting in a classroom. So we wanted spirit involvement. We wanted cohorts to dress up and get involved in that way. So the next few slides show pictures and videos of some little excerpts from our cohort competitions, which were also some of the highlights. We started this project off expecting a simple planning process, but due to extra COVID restrictions, it quickly became more complicated. So we began by making a plan of how the event should be run and what games we should play, while making sure that they were all COVID safe, simple, but yet fun enough to be played. Then we created a promo video to premiere at the assembly and posted posters around the school. From there, we wrote up details of each activity, including rules and materials, and sent out sign-up sheets for each teacher so participants were prepared. Next, we worked out the specifics of each game by creating answer keys, point systems, and precautions that we would be taking to follow the COVID guidelines. We also readjusted our timeline to have 3 teams in the gym at once instead of a full grade as originally planned. All of these steps allowed us to smoothly host the cohort competitions over the span of 2 weeks. We then started our process over again by planning the finals for 4 teams. With this, we had to add more safety protocols to allow more space in the gym. 3 things that were done throughout this entire planning process were: we bought all materials needed for the games, we adjusted our schedule to fit the schedule of the school lunch times as they differed each day, and we also made sure that we were unbiased when it came to winners and handing out the spirit points. This planning process was long, but it was totally worth it.
With such a big event to pull off, we definitely faced some problems along the way. I don't think that any of us expected this event to take as much time and work as it did. And with so many different people having different expectations of each event, it was super important for us as a team to communicate with each other and to respectfully listen to each other's ideas. We all have very different personality types, and at times there is clashing. However, the most important thing was working together around our differences and pulling together as a team to make the whole thing a success. Not only that, there were so many factors outside of our control, mainly being COVID-19. With so many rules and regulations, it was extremely difficult to plan a fun school-wide event while maintaining COVID protocol. Another unplanned for factor was our school's online students. We had to figure out a way for the students who couldn't attend in-person school to still feel included on the fun. Overall, though, with some patience in each other, we were able to overcome all of these things. A huge lesson for all of us in all of this is that the hard work and stress behind the scenes ends up being completely worth it in the end.